All right, Aquarius, let's get into your reading. So, the message that I have for you today is this: someone in your world right now carries feelings for you deeper than what you actually see. They have been holding something heavy inside, guarding it because they genuinely fear losing you. The depth of what they carry would surprise you because they have been so careful about revealing it. Let us come in close today because the cards are pulling me into something truly layered here. What I sense is warmth, genuine and steady warmth from a person who cares more than you realize. They keep it hidden on purpose, and that restraint is not distance, but quiet emotional protection. The way they move around you is deliberate, because every word and every gesture carries weight for them. Before I pull a card, the energy tells me they think about you far more than you know. Something about your presence unlocked a part of them, and they have not been the same person since. The first card I have for you is the Star, and it reveals exactly how they see you. The Star tells me they look at you and see something rare, a light no one else carries. You represent hope for them, a soft and steady presence that makes the harder days feel bearable. When they sit alone with their thoughts at night, your face comes to mind before anyone else does. You have probably felt it in quiet ways already, a warmth you could not fully explain or name. They built a quiet devotion around you, and it shows in every small gesture you might overlook. The Star also holds healing energy, meaning they feel genuinely restored just by being near you. Your presence calms something deep inside their world, settling their mind in ways nobody else has. They may not say it openly, but every quiet moment near you confirms what their heart already knows. That kind of bond does not form from nothing. It grows through trust and through quiet, sacred moments. Even their friends have noticed something shifting in them, a softness that only appeared after meeting you. Now we have the Knight of Cups, and this card reveals intention that goes far beyond just feeling. The Knight of Cups shows someone who already chose you, quietly and firmly deep inside their own heart. They know exactly what they want from this, and it is not something casual or something temporary. What stands out is the maturity behind their longing, the patience they carry while they quietly wait. They move toward you with care and intention, understanding fully what is actually at stake between you. This person rehearsed conversations in their mind, always searching for the right words to reach you. They remember small things about you with such care, revealing how deeply they hold you inside. The Knight of Cups speaks to emotional truth, and they wish you could see their full, unguarded heart. A quiet ache fills them whenever you pull back, because any distance between you hits them harder. Most people see your surface only, but this person pays close attention to shifts in your mood. They have studied you far beyond attraction, memorizing what brings you comfort and what brings peace. Something in them changed permanently after getting close to you, and they cannot undo that feeling now. The next card coming through is the Ten of Cups, confirming the emotional vision they hold for you. The Ten of Cups tells me they want more than a chapter. They see something permanent and whole. They imagine a life where you both stop performing and just exist together without any walls up. This card speaks to fulfillment in its most honest form, a love that never needs to prove itself. They dream about quiet mornings beside you, gentle routines, and easy evenings that feel like home. They see a life with you that feels complete, where both of you are finally at ease together. This card also reminds me that what lives between you has the potential to reach something extraordinary. What they envision is not perfection, but a real and breathing bond where both of you feel chosen. They want to be who you turn to first, the one whose presence makes hard days feel softer. Every card confirms one truth today, that the depth of care aimed toward you right now is immense. You may not feel this on the surface, but underneath everything sits a quiet tenderness that runs deep.
Okay, now let us talk about what you have been carrying inside on your own.
You hold a weight that nobody around you fully sees, and it sits deeper than your words reveal. A tiredness lives in you beyond the body, something emotional that has settled deep in your chest. You keep pushing forward because that is who you are, but quietly you wonder if it even matters. Part of you craves real rest, where your mind finally stops replaying every single doubt and conversation. You have been pouring into everything around you, and very little has been flowing back your direction. That imbalance weighs on you, even if you never mention it to the people you love the most. You learned how to carry things alone long ago, and now that habit has become your quiet default. The first card is the Queen of Wands, mirroring the fire you have been running on for months. The Queen of Wands confirms your strength is real, but she shows the cost of always being strong. You show up for everyone else fully, and somewhere along the way you forgot completely about yourself. The demands on your energy never stop, and you rarely pause long enough to ask what you need. People lean on you because you are steady, but that steadiness became a weight you never actually chose. A part of you feels unseen lately, like your real self hides behind the version everyone depends on. The Queen of Wands tells me you question your worth sometimes, even though you would never admit it. You look in the mirror some days and wonder where the lighter version of you went. It stings. Your confidence has not disappeared at all, but it got buried under layers of exhaustion and labor. The fire inside you still burns, but it flickers now instead of roaring the way it used to. You give from a cup nobody refills, and your spirit knows that even when your mind ignores it. Now we have the Four of Swords, telling me your body has been begging you to slow down. The Four of Swords reveals a craving for stillness, a need for quiet you keep pushing aside. Your mind races at night when everything is calm, replaying moments and searching for answers in darkness. You carry conversations from the day into your pillow, turning them over and searching for what you missed. Sleep has not come easy lately, and even when it does, your body wakes still carrying yesterday inside. You run on adrenaline and willpower alone, and the cards say that pace is finally catching up. The Four of Swords asks you to pause, not to surrender, but to let yourself breathe without guilt. You feel like stopping means falling behind, but rest would actually bring you closer to real clarity. A quiet voice inside you whispers for peace, and you have been drowning it out for too long. Your nervous system holds tension you barely notice because surviving became your everyday normal rhythm. Rest is not weakness, and this card wants you to hear that truth deeply and believe it. Then we have the Ace of Cups, reflecting something beautiful stirring quietly underneath all your armor. The Ace of Cups tells me your heart is not closed, just guarded because you have been hurt. You still carry so much love inside, even after everything that drained you and tested your patience. A softness lives in you that you protect fiercely because you know how rare that really is. The Ace of Cups shows me you are emotionally ready for something new, even if your mind hesitates. You want to feel safe enough to open again, to let someone close without it costing your peace. Your heart has been healing quietly in the background, mending itself in ways you have not fully noticed. Something inside you is shifting toward openness, even if it feels slow and uncertain from where you stand. The love you can give is extraordinary, and the cards want you to remember that about yourself always. You deserve the same care you pour into everyone else, and that truth weighs more than you know. Learning to receive is part of your journey now, because giving has always been your safest comfort zone. The Ace of Cups reminds you that vulnerability is not a flaw. It is your most powerful gift. Everything you survived shaped you into someone remarkable, and these cards see that when you cannot. You are stronger than you credit yourself for, and softer than you let the world see. Both true.
Now, let us shift and look at what is happening inside of them right now. They carry a world inside that you have never seen, and it revolves around you quietly. Their mind holds a version of you they replay, built from every shared quiet moment. They do not talk about it openly because the depth of what they feel scares even them. Their silence is not a lack of feeling. It is the opposite, wrapped in fear and protection. They built walls long before you arrived, and those walls kept everyone at a safe distance. But something about you made those walls feel pointless, and that shook them to their core. They did not plan to feel this way, and the weight of it catches them off guard, constantly. The first card is the Moon, revealing the hidden emotional world they navigate completely alone. The Moon tells me they live with inner confusion, a tension they never let anyone see outside. Their feelings for you are layered and heavy, and the complexity keeps them awake most nights. Part of them wants to confess everything at once, but fear holds that honesty hostage inside. The Moon shows someone caught between desire and fear, frozen in that tension almost every day. They overthink every single interaction with you, replaying words and wondering if they said enough. Their inner world is a storm dressed as calm, and only they know how loud it actually gets. They question whether they deserve what they feel, because old wounds said they were not enough. The Moon confirms their hesitation is not about you, It is about stories they still tell themselves. Deep down, they know what they feel is real, but trusting it fully means risking another heartbreak. They carry scars from connections that failed, ones that taught them love comes with a painful cost. Those lessons made them cautious, and now they filter everything through a lens of quiet doubt. We also have the Six of Cups, opening a window into where their emotional patterns first began. The Six of Cups tells me their past shaped them deeply, in ways they are only now seeing. Something from their early life taught them love required performance, not just quiet, honest presence. They learned young that being themselves was never quite enough, and that belief still echoes inside. That old narrative still runs in the background, whispering that they are too much or not enough. The Six of Cups shows a tenderness that survived in them, despite everything they went through. They long for the kind of love they imagined as a child, pure and without conditions, attached. Meeting you stirred something ancient inside them, a memory of what love felt like before wounds. Their attachment to you is layered with nostalgia and hope, and both forces pull at them daily. The Six of Cups reveals their feelings have been building quietly for longer than anyone expected. They kept those feelings locked away because showing them felt like handing over the power to hurt. Underneath all that guarding sits a person who just wants to be chosen, fully and without conditions. Then we have the Page of Swords, showing the mental energy they spend trying to understand this. The Page of Swords tells me they analyze this connection, searching for meaning in every detail. They catalog your habits and preferences in their mind, building a quiet map of who you truly are. Their mind never rests about you, constantly weighing what to say and when to finally say it. They watch your patterns carefully, not from suspicion, but from a deep need to understand you. The Page of Swords shows a sharp mind guarding a tender heart, using logic as armor over feeling. They gather information about you quietly before making moves, because mistakes in love feel permanent. Their thoughts about you follow a deliberate path, shaped by both caution and genuine deep caring. They have drafted messages that were never sent, full of honesty sitting unseen inside their phone. The Page of Swords confirms their silence is not distance. It is strategy born from pure emotion. What looks like calm from outside is actually the loudest form of caring they know how to give. Their inner world holds more feeling than words can carry, and that truth weighs heavy on them. They protect their heart while quietly figuring it out, searching for the safest way to let you in. So let us talk about what is actually moving and shifting in this connection right now. Something has already changed between you two, and the momentum here is impossible to ignore. Things are picking up speed around this situation, and certain pieces are aligning faster than expected. Steps are being taken, even if they look small, pulling this connection closer together every day. Communication is about to open in a new way, and that shift will change everything between you. A conversation is forming on the horizon, one that carries real weight and has been overdue. The timing around this is finally lining up, and the cards say movement is coming in fast.
Doors that felt stuck are loosening now, and what blocked progress before is starting to fall away. You may sense it in subtle ways, a shift in tone or a quiet urge to connect. The first card is the Eight of Wands, and this is pure momentum flying straight toward you. The Eight of Wands tells me things will accelerate, and you will feel that shift almost immediately. Messages are coming, whether through a text or a look or a sudden, unexpected, honest moment. This card moves fast and never waits, meaning what sits between you is reaching a tipping point. The Eight of Wands shows me delays ending, and what felt frozen is thawing out very quickly now. Plans that stalled are picking back up, and someone is about to make a move that changes everything. The Eight of Wands does not allow hesitation, and the action coming through feels direct and intentional. A reach out is forming, and the cards say it happens sooner than you expect, possibly within days. This is not a slow burn anymore, the Eight of Wands confirms. The pace shifted into real urgency. Expect a sudden burst of clarity between you, where things finally click into place without confusion. Something concrete is about to land from this connection. Not just words, but actual tangible movement. The way you interact is about to evolve. And that evolution starts with one brave, honest conversation. Old patterns of avoidance are breaking down, and something more direct is replacing them in real time. The space between you is shrinking, and neither side is pulling back the way they used to before. The Eight of Wands says what is in motion cannot be slowed, and that momentum favors bold action. Watch for a sudden shift in how they communicate, because a wall is about to come down completely. We also have the Two of Cups, confirming that a real alignment is forming between you both now. The Two of Cups shows two people stepping toward each other, meeting somewhere in the honest middle. This card is about mutual recognition, where both sides finally see each other clearly and act. The Two of Cups tells me a moment of real connection is approaching, one that feels different entirely. Eye contact will shift, and conversations will deepen, and the usual surface talk starts falling away. Small gestures will carry bigger meaning now, and both of you will notice that difference immediately. Someone is about to show up more openly, and that vulnerability invites the other to match it. The Two of Cups confirms the next chapter involves showing up, both of you without any masks on. A shared moment is approaching that will feel like a reset, where both of you drop walls together. Plans to reconnect are forming as we speak, and the cards confirm they will follow through this time. The Two of Cups also reveals a new agreement taking shape, whether spoken or unspoken between you. Something unspoken is about to become spoken, and that moment will change the direction of everything here. Boundaries are softening on both sides, and what felt guarded is opening up into real availability now. Someone reaches out first, and the cards say that reach gets met with warmth, not any resistance. A turning point sits right ahead, and movement toward it has already quietly begun on both sides. What was stuck is now unstuck, and these cards confirm this connection is entering a completely new phase. Expect action soon, whether that looks like a message or a meeting or one brave, honest moment. Movement is the word for this section, and everything in the cards confirms that shift is already here. Both sides are ready to step forward now, and the first real step happens sooner than you think. Okay, now let us go into the confessions that live underneath everything they show you. They hold truths inside that have never been spoken, words that sit heavy in their chest. If they could tell you everything without fear, it would change how you see them completely. The confessions coming through here are raw, and the cards are not holding anything back today. They imagined telling you exactly how they feel, rehearsing that moment over and over in silence. The words exist inside them fully formed, but fear keeps them locked behind a careful smile. They want you to know you changed something permanent in them, something they cannot undo or forget. You occupy a space in their mind that nobody else has touched, and they guard it fiercely. Late at night, when nobody watches, they let themselves feel the full weight of what you mean. They have stared at your name on a screen, almost pressing send on words that would change everything. The first card is the Nine of Pentacles, revealing a confession rooted in deep, private longing. The Nine of Pentacles tells me they built a life that looks whole, but privately, it feels hollow. They achieved things they thought would fill them, but the only thing that fills them is you. The confession is that they need you more than they will ever say, and that need terrifies them. They would never admit it, but you are the missing piece in a life that looks perfectly whole. The Nine of Pentacles shows someone who traded vulnerability for independence and now regrets that trade. They confess silently that their strength is performance, built to hide how much they ache inside. If asked directly, they would deny it, but the cards say they cried over you more than once. They carry a fantasy of life with you in it, and that image keeps them going every day. The Nine of Pentacles reveals they compare every connection to you, and nothing comes close to it. Their private world revolves around you more than they could ever admit, and that orbit never stops. They have memorized details about you that you forgot sharing, holding those pieces like sacred treasures. They wish they had courage to show you who they really are, without armor or any rehearsal. Their biggest confession is that they already know you are the one, and that knowing haunts them. They whispered your name into empty rooms, testing what it sounds like to finally say everything aloud. Then we have the Emperor, uncovering a confession tied to control and quiet desperation inside them. The Emperor tells me they ration how much they reveal, managing affection so they seem unbothered. Behind that composure sits someone who wants to fall apart in front of you, fully and without shame. They confess they have tested you quietly, watching to see if you would stay without being asked. The Emperor shows someone who leads with strength, but secretly craves permission to be soft with you. They want to stop managing how they come across and just let you see the unfiltered version. Their hidden desire is to be held without explaining why, just received exactly as they are. They have imagined what it feels like to surrender control with you, and that image overwhelms them. Their confession is that control is their armor, and you make them want to finally remove it. The Emperor reveals they pictured surrendering fully to this, dropping every single wall at once. They confess your opinion matters more than anyone else, and that weight never gets any lighter. They want you to choose them because you want them, not because they performed enough to earn it. The Emperor also tells me they rehearsed apologies you never asked for, fixing things before they break. Their secret is that confidence is a mask, and only you make them feel that exposed underneath it. They carry a desire to build something with you that outlasts every doubt, something permanent and real. The confessions run deep, and the cards want you to feel what stays always unspoken inside them. They would give anything just to hear you say that what they feel is not one-sided. Their deepest truth is simple. They chose you long ago, and every single day since has confirmed it. Everything they hold back exists for one reason, because losing you would cost more than they could survive. Now let us bring this reading to a close and see what the near future holds. A shift is coming soon, one you will feel in your body before your mind even catches up. Something is about to click between you, and once it does, there is no going back. The first card is the Lovers, pointing to a defining choice arriving very soon for you. The Lovers tells me a quiet moment is approaching, where both of you decide what this really is. It will not feel dramatic or forced. It will settle in gently and place everything where it belongs. In the weeks ahead, you will notice things flowing more openly, with conversations landing somewhere honest. What circled around the truth before will finally touch down, and both of you will feel that landing. You are entering a season where truth moves faster than fear, and that shift favors you. We also have the Three of Wands, confirming the path ahead is already forming beneath you. The Three of Wands shows expansion, meaning this connection is growing beyond its current quiet form. What lived in private is preparing to step into something visible, acknowledged, and fully chosen. The future you want is not far, and this card says it feels closer than you think. New ways to connect are forming, and the cards say you should stay open to whatever appears next. Trust the timing of what unfolds, because everything aligns, even when it does not look like it. Here is my advice as we close, and I want you to carry these words after today. Do not shrink yourself to make this easier for anyone. Your full presence is exactly what is needed. Stay patient, but do not wait forever, because your energy deserves honesty and clarity in return. Protect your peace fiercely, but keep your heart open enough to let the right thing reach you. Trust what your body tells you about this, because your intuition has been right all along.